Day 3, the third and final day of the 23rd International Cloud Expo at the Santa Clara Convention Center in Santa Clara, California. And we're joined right now by HASEEB BUDHANI with Rafay Systems. Thanks for joining us. We talked before, and I can't ever remember how many years ago it was. If that's important, let me know. Give us an update and how things have changed. If it's not important, just tell us what's going on now. And thank you for joining us.
Of course, Roger. Good to see you again. The previous time was with the prior startup that I was with. That startup got acquired by Akamai a few years ago. I spent some time there, left to start this company. In fact, the problem we're solving right now, we stumbled into this problem because we had this problem in my prior startup. Okay. And having been victims of this issue that now turns out plagues so many different companies, we used to think at that time, somebody should solve this problem. Well, that somebody is us.
And what exactly you're solving, and how widespread is it?
Sure. Any company that has decided to modernize their applications, which is, I guess, code word for containerize their applications. When you containerize applications, you choose to run them in, say, public cloud, private cloud, some combination thereof. And one of the tools we hear about a lot is Kubernetes, right? Everybody talks about Kubernetes. When we say Kubernetes, actually what we really mean is Kubernetes and there's other 20 things that go with it. Hey, I need to update my config, I need to have storage volumes, I need to secure my crypto, et cetera, et cetera. There's so many other things that have to be brought into the mix to run clusters across sites. Particularly when it comes to this complexity, every company internally is solving for the lifecycle management of their applications and their clusters, which means they are internally building a skill set around Kubernetes and all the tools that go around it. Because every company is effectively reinventing the same wheel, our opinion is that maybe that is not good for us as a whole. Okay. Because, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just thinking, I'd worked for a company a few years ago, and the CEO was complaining that Kubernetes was immature, and he was surprised it was starting to get so widely adopted. To what degree do you think Kubernetes can mature more, say, compared to things that it should never really be responsible for that you're addressing?
Absolutely. So I think Kubernetes is a brilliant piece of technology, given how fast it came along and the things it allows us to do as a group. It's incredible. In fact, the pluggability of Kubernetes is why we love it. There are things that we love about it, and there are some components that maybe we don't like it because maybe they're not enterprise ready. And it allows us to replace them with our own inventions, if you will. And that's the beauty of Kubernetes, and that's why it's the right technology to be essentially shepherded by the open community. I think that's the right thing to do. But complexity is a different beast altogether. When you have so much pluggability and so many things it can do, well, there's an opportunity for you to shoot yourself in the foot. And that's a challenge. I mean, there's no standardization around how to configure these things, how to run them across sites, etc. The life cycle of the application. And if you really think about it, Kubernetes is a cluster, you bring it up, and then today, every managed Kubernetes offering says, here's a cluster, good luck. And then I, as a DevOps team or DevOps engineer, have to think about the YAML scripts that I have to write, how do I bring my pods up, how do I scale them, how do I get my config thought through, how do I upgrade my code, how do I get my keys in all the right places, if something breaks, what do I do next, how do I get my logs back, how do I get my metrics back. Every company has, it doesn't matter if you're selling e-commerce, if you're selling shoes online, if you're a security company, same stuff, 80% is the same. And our perspective was, what if we could build a SaaS platform where you can consume the lifecycle capabilities as a service so you don't have to spend the time on the undifferentiated stuff, have your DevOps teams focus on the more important things to the company. Okay,
so you've been thinking about this problem for a long time. How long has, Rafay Systems actually been in existence? What is being produced now? What is available now? And without giving away secrets, where do you expect to be in 6 months, to a year?
Yeah, absolutely. So 18 months in, we have a product that is very polished. We have a number of customers on the platform. So the company is new, relatively speaking, it's 18 months in. But because at least I'll speak for myself on the team, I feel like I'm doing this for the second time. And sometimes, you kind of screw things up the first time around. You feel like, there's a better way to do this. And the second time around, it's so much better. That's how mentally I'm thinking about these things. At least previously we were consumers, now we are the practitioners. But having had that experience in the past of trying to do some of these things in an ad hoc fashion across multiple cloud providers gave us a perspective on what is maybe the right way to do this going forward for the community, not just for us as a company. Right. And what we're actually able to do for our customers customers is we want our customers to think in terms of business intent. So you should think about, for example, I have an application that's got 3 containers. Each independent container should scale this way. I want them to run in these 3 regions in Amazon and these 2 data centers. I want my logs to go to that S3 bucket. I want my metrics to go here. And I want to upgrade this often. Go. And all the underlying complexity, you don't have to think about it anymore.
And so who's the ideal customer? Anyone who's using Kubernetes?
Anybody who's got containerized applications on Kubernetes is certainly a user of the technology. We find that this platform is a tool on the DevOps team's toolchain. That's what this is for. DevOps, there's always stuff to do. Again, every company I talk to, even when they have perfect production environments, somebody in dev is complaining that, man, I check in code and then I can't get stuff done and I want to test faster. Let's help the DevOps team free up resources so they can focus on the more important things, because there's always more stuff to do.
Okay.
That's the goal.
Where are they going to find you online and social and all that?
Yeah, so the company's website is rafay.co. Please go ahead, sign up for an account, play with it, kick the tires, see what you think. We'd love your feedback.
There you go. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. For Cloud Expo TV, this is Roger Struckhoff.